wrestling fans. I'm your host, Ben Allison, and you are listening to Wrestling Republic's daily broadcast, your one-stop shop for professional wrestling, insight, news, and reviews on a daily basis. And today, it's Monday, and you know what that means. It means it's time for Mailbag, when we answer the questions that you guys have submitted via our Instagram stories. We're also going to be giving our predictions for the King and the Queen round one of the tournament, which kicks off on Monday night, Raw tonight. But I say it every day, for a fun show, I need a fun panel. And I'm going to kick things off with a man whose 400th episode of the daily broadcast is today. 400 episodes he has done, and that man is the co-host of the show, Clark Taylor. How are you, Clark?
What is going on, Ben? I'm stoked to be here. 400, how about it? Can't believe it. I did recently, after the comments section on our lists, as far as pound for pound rankings are concerned, make the executive decision. I will finally retire on my 200,000th, 400th episode about 15 years from now. So just be patient if you really want me gone. I'm kidding. I'm excited to be here. 400 episodes in. Let's do it. Let's get into it, Ben. Mailbag Monday. We got mail.
We do have mail. We really, really do. We have Laurie Taylor in the comments shouting that out. Shout out to you, Laurie, as well. We have Newborn Superfly saying hello. His pick for Queen of the Ring is Queen Stratton. Tiffy time. Well, somebody who would love for it to be Tiffy time and for Tiffany Stratton to win the Queen of the Ring is throw those twos up, because the Tuesday Night Delight is 24 hours early. How are you, Shad?
Throwing them deuces up. I'm good, man. I'm looking at the comment section. It is just filling me with so much joy right now that all of you guys are Tiffany Stratton truthers like myself. And yeah, hopefully the vision will be clear. We don't know if it's gonna, be in the tournament for SmackDown. We'll get to that when we want to get to that. Tonight's about Raw, but I'm here. I'm happy. Let's get into it.
Absolutely, and we have 26 WWE throwing those twos up and is agreeing with you, saying Tiffany should be Miss Money in the Bank. But last but certainly not least, we have the host of the Soul Sessions, Soul, joining us. How are you, Soul?
Thinking, my friend. And the main reason for that is I need to know something about the WR universe. Are they really just as thick as they appear to be? Because, good God, the comments on their pound for pound thing makes me question their whole education system that they've been brought up upon. I mean, spelling mistakes, not even knowing what words means, not even reading things properly. So, I mean, WR Universe, I'm going to recommend you something. Cool Maths Games. It's a very good intellectual website to learn upon knowledge and actually get a good education, because that seems to be something that you guys are lacking. So bump up them numbers, boys.
That Cool Maths Games was my childhood. That was top tier. Truly was. And yeah, I mean, the comment section, I think mine was the most agreed with actually yesterday with the pound for pound rankings. But all of us had comments saying we were right, and then all of us had comments saying we should retire. I mean, it was just brutal. Everybody hated it. It was controversial.
Retirement, clown, voice. It was all good.
Yeah, death threats, all of the above. It's part of the job, I guess. But we got Massey Boy in the comments. Shout out to you. We have Umaga Wrestler. Shout out to you as well over on Instagram. 26 WWE is saying that the Americans don't lack education.
You sure about that?
You sure about that, buddy? You sure about that?
No, I'll stand up for us. We're pretty good.
Aren't you the one who can't do any maths?
I gave it up, dude. It's not that I can't. I've intentionally.
The United States. I'm a American myself. Our education system is definitely not where it should be. But that's for another topic.
I don't know, man. I went to the Harvard of the Midwest, Public University of Kansas. I think we're doing great.
Well, I mean, I'm not clueless. We've gone into an education review. Instead, let's head into a King of the Ring preview. And first round tonight, well, we have quite a few matches, don't we, Clark? I want to get your thoughts. Who's going to win what? What's going to happen? Break it down for me.
So you want me to give you my list of names here out of the gate?
Yeah.
Just right away, essentially. I came a little unprepared. I had to take notes because I changed my picks twice. So I don't
hope
want
you
to.
haven't changed them since you told me.
No, I haven't, because you made the graphic, and that's why I'm going back for visual evidence so I don't mess this up.
Okay.
Sorry to spoil anything else, but I've got Drew McIntyre getting the victory. So there's that, right? I've got Gunther getting the victory. I've also got Ilya Dragunov getting the victory in that one. And then I've got, and let me make sure I get my last pick right. I'm sorry, I messed this up. This is my fault, Ben. This is terrible, terrible radio, but do enjoy it while it lasts, my friends. It's all good. We're getting there. I just got to make sure I don't mess up.
Put your graphic up on the screen already. We might as well
And
spoil it.
yeah, so I've got Rey Mysterio in the fourth one on the men's side. I can get through the women's side really, really, really quick. I've got Ivy Nile going over. Absolutely stoked about that. Zelina Vega, got Lyra Valkyria, and I've got Io Sky for my 4. Those are my 8 picks. I'm excited about it. This is gonna be a fun tournament. I'm hoping Zelina defends on the women's side. I'm gonna say that early, even though that's not supposed to be the point. At least so I give some content, and it wasn't mostly just me looking up to make sure I got my picks right.
Well,
everybody enjoy the graphic.
I mean, here they are, guys. Clark saying that Gunther's going to defeat Sheamus. Dragunov's going to defeat Ricochet. Could we see Gunther Dragunov? That would be a bit of fun, wouldn't it? Kofi will defeat. No, Rey Mysterio will defeat Kofi, and then you guys can see them on the screen for the audio listeners. I mean, just turn your phone on, and this video is also on Spotify. But I mean, I'll now move on to my picks, because I reckon Zoe Stark is going to defeat Ivy Nile. Sorry, Clark. I think Ivy Nile's great, but I think Zoe Stark's winning, because I reckon we're going to get her versus Shayna Baszler at some point in this tournament, because I think Shayna's going over the formerly known as Queen Zelina, Lyra Valkyria defeating Asuka, and Io Sky defeating Natalya. On the flip side, I think Drew McIntyre is going to lose to Finn Balor, because I think CM Punk is going to play some more of his games, and I think he's going to cost Drew McIntyre. I then have Kofi Kingston losing to Rey Mysterio. I think Rey Mysterio's got one run left in him, and I think he might actually be going to the finals of the Raw side of the bracket. Dragunov and Gunther then beating Ricochet and Sheamus. And I'll put up the little fancy graphic for myself as well. Yes. A little bit cheeky, isn't it? A production upgrade, some might say. Yeah. We're taking some Take It to the Tables budget.
Take that, ESPN.
ESPN is quaking in their boots right now.
Yeah.
But Shad, I want to know your predictions. Who do you reckon's going over who in tonight's match list?
Well, ladies first, obviously, and I'm first and foremost super excited about them having the entire first round happening tonight instead of having a few matches throughout weeks. It's gonna be great. Women's bracket. Man, this one is tough. Io Sky versus Natalya. Natty is well deserving of being a potential queen in the ring, but I can't bet against the genius of the Sky, Io Sky, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick her. Lyra versus Asuka. I think this is the bracket buster. I think the underdog, the new signing from NXT, will defeat one of the most renowned NXT champions in Asuka and start to etch herself into a good legacy going on to the main roster. So I got Lyra. Throw them twos up. Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades versus our Queen Zelina. Super excited for this one. I'm going with Shayna. I think Shayna is due to pick up some steam and show why she's a reckoning force. And I think her matchup for the next round will be her familiar friend, Zoe Stark. I got Zoe beating Ivy Nile. Part of me wanted to do 2 faction mates going against each other, but I'm going to bet on Miss Lyra getting that. So those are my 4 women for winning. Men's side, I got Gunther beating Sheamus in a hard-hitting, possibly match of the night for the night bout. between them two. I got Ilya Dragunov getting the victory as well. Same, thoughts as Lyra, new guy on the main roster. Let's build some momentum for him in that way. I got Rey Mysterio winning as well versus Kofi. That one's tough because both of them are beloved baby faces that are former champs. I would love to see Kofi maybe get an opportunity, but I'm gonna go with Rey. And I gotta go with Drew over Finn. Now, your idea did cross my mind because CM Punk
Yeah.
is sleeping in headquarters for 48 hours. But I think he might do that in the following round when we get Drew versus Ray. But I'm gonna go with Drew, and yeah, those are my picks.
Nice. I actually want to get some clarity on the CM Punk situation. Was he really stuck in headquarters for 20? I knew he was stuck in the bathroom, like after the show the other day. Did he just? I saw he was in the gym then after it, but did he just not leave? Decided to
I
stay.
I just think he's deciding to chill there, man. I don't think he wanted to leave, huh? See, it makes me happy to see how much fun this guy's having. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know the next person you're gonna go to probably is not happy that I said that, but it's all good.
I mean, no, it is true. It is crazy. And it is also like why? Like you have a wife at home. Why said, I'll just chill. You escaped being locked in, and you was like, actually, I quite enjoy this place. I'll just stay here. I mean,
Probably getting all the free catering food early, all that, man. Maybe he's helping clean with the custodians. I don't know. It's
he was in
fun.
Vince's gym, like Vince's old gym. He was just there, and it was like, what?
That's kind of crazy, but that is definitely CM Punk fashion to do something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But last but certainly not least, we need to get into. We need to get Soul. We need to get you in for the King of the Ring predictions. Who do you reckon is getting the W?
So looking at the whole tournament bracket, I think there's a lot of great matchups in here. But for the men's side, I think Gunther's going to obviously win. Dragunov, I think, as well. I think Kingston will be like the upset underdog win over Mysterio. I think that would just be more beneficial because, like, if you have Mysterio win it, like, yeah, it's a Hall of Famer legend. Well, why not have somebody like Kingston, who's only just had the WWE Championship run, multiple tag team run, and actually could be like the underdog people that some people are cheering for as well. And besides, Gunther would be a heel, McIntyre would be a heel, and I'm sure Dragunov and Kingston would be faces, so that would kind of work out the dynamic. Women's side, Io, I've got Asuka as well. I know people are thinking, oh, why Asuka over Lyra Valkyrie? I actually would kind of like to see Tatum Paxley interfere and cause something for Valkyrie to lose, because I kind of like that storyline, and I kind of want to see her do more with those two, because I think they're really enjoyable and make great storylines together. Baszler, I think, is going to be another one as well. After Bloodsport, I kind of want to see her, consciousness in the public eye just withers away and then just gets shafted to whatever kind of brand is put on or whatever storyline or something like that. And finally, Ivy Nile is actually somebody who I want to see in it and actually win it as well. I think that would be a really good making moment for somebody on the roster who I don't necessarily think she's on like an over sort of factor, but she's definitely getting some push moments, and maybe being queen of the ring could be a very beneficial thing for her career.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That would be fun indeed. And we got a graphic with your picks on, so here they are. Yeah, there we go. Gunther, Dragunov, Kingston, McIntyre, Io Sky, Shayna Baszler, Oscar, and Ivy Nile. Also, I haven't forgotten about you, Shad. Don't worry, I forgot about your graphic up there. Here it is as well. Gunther,
I'm surprised
Dragunov,
it's not just all Tiffy Stratton.
Yeah,
it'll be like that on Friday nights. Don't worry. Right. Question is Woods hurt? Isn't he the King of the Ring last year?
Well, I think it was a few years ago now, but yeah, you are right. Like, I think didn't he get injured on in kayfabe? Didn't he get injured on Raw?
Yeah, he did.
Hurt him, right? Yeah.
Gunther.
Of course, that's it. Gunther.
Well, in that case, I hope Soul's prediction is right that Kofi redeems his buddy.
Yeah, I just realized we're so wrong.
Okay, I'm going to change my pick to Kofi.
No, you're not changing your pick now, Clark.
Make a new graphic, Ben. I'm changing my pick. I just did.
I'm the winner. All you.
The audience knows who I really picked.
No, you got Y'all picked Avi now to win. Y'all's is already wrong. Don't worry.
We were
I
one
didn't,
pick
I
away from having
didn't.
the same picks.
I'm
We
messing
literally
around.
picked every single one the same
Yeah.
except for Ivy Nile.
That is a little, yeah. Great content, guys. No, you didn't. You picked two different.
Which one? Oh,
Vega and Ivy Nile.
I forgot I took
you went
Zelina instead of Shayna. The defending champ. Come on, dude. Sorry.
I mean, it's a good shout.
This
I
is
hope
fun,
we
though.
do see some upsets because otherwise it is a little predictable.
NCAA tournament upsets.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hyped for it though. 8
May
wrestlers-
Madness. Sorry.
May Madness. Here's a little statistic for you guys, right? Never in the history of Monday Night Raw before tonight has there been 8 matches announced going into the show. So it's gonna be, I mean, that's crazy. In the long history of Raw, it'll be a fun one. That is for sure. But guys, like Clark said earlier, we have a little bit of mail. So let's get in the imaginary mailbox. I'm opening it up and I'm pulling it out. And the first imaginary envelope is from I'm Maloney 2181. Sorry, the writing, he didn't write it very well. It's blurry. He's saying, who will win a title first, Jey Uso or LA Knight? Do not say yeah, Clark. Do not say yeah. Please do not say yeah. But who do you reckon will it be? Singles title, who will win first, Jey Uso or LA Knight?
Yeah. So, sorry. I was trying so hard. No. The answer, if the question is world title or WWE title, the answer is C, none of the above. But if it's who's going to win a singles title first, my hope is actually LA Knight. Because I think Jey Uso, if you're going to call a main event Jey Uso, we need to keep him in the main event picture, period. It doesn't mean I think he's going to win a main event title, but he should be in the main event picture if that's the character, that's the gimmick, right? Yeet or no yeet, for that matter.
Yeet.
I also have a weird feeling now that the Gorillas of Destiny are in town, we might see a little reunion with his twin brother. And I'd be excited for that too, which affects my answer on him winning a singles title. I think the answer is LA Knight. I think he ought to win one of the 2 mid cards within the year. He's earned it. He deserves it. He's as over as anybody. No matter how much time he gets, he's electric every time out there. Yeah, it's LA Knight. And that does not mean that I don't wish the best for Jey Uso. I think Jay's awesome, and this run has been awesome. But it just makes more sense to me that LA Knight would carry either the United States title or the Intercontinental title in this next calendar year.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you that, LA Knight, he does deserve to, win, an all paid for, expense free, stay at a care home for the rest of his life, because this guy is ancient. He's too old to be a WWE. I'm only joking. I'm only bringing it up, guys. He's super over. I think he'll defeat Logan Paul for the US title.
I think he will.
We have Saeem Chowdhury saying LA Knight wins. And
yeah.
Live. Yeah. We have David Marge saying the same as well.
Yeah.
We also have David Marge Yeaton. Yeah.
Whoa, he's
Day
yeeting.
one.
Yeah.
It's just me who's day one. Yeah.
Honestly, the 2 of them would be fun.
Yeah. I want
Yay.
Yeah, yeet. Oh
Shoddy,
no.
Shoddy's Pro J.
Logan Paul is just LA Knight and Jey Uso put together.
They're the same.
Yeah, yeet.
Yeah,
no, that's what he's saying. Yeah, yeet. Or yeah, yeet, or whatever it is. But it's basically the same.
Triple threat match. What are we doing? Book it. Book it.
No handicap match.
Aldis.
Yeah,
book
yeet
it.
versus yeah, yeet.
That'd actually be a fun match, a triple threat between them.
Yeah, yeet and yeah, yeet. Yes.
We need to see it. Book it.
We need to re-sign Brian Danielson and get yes, yeet, yeah, yeet.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of positive enforcement with these.
Get what? Get Stone Cold as Stone Cold.
We need to do a tag team match. Yeah, yeet versus no yeet. It's Team Hell No. We got Kane and Jimmy Uso together.
Only if they give you Stone Cold as a special guest referee, so we get what?
Team Hell No
I
Yeet.
want to ban what? Anything to do with what chants, I think what chants should be punishable by law via death.
Kane and Jimmy
What?
Uso, Team Hell No Yeet.
If you what, I think there's an argument for the death penalty. Anyway,
Oh my
on that
God.
note, let's move
That
on.
escalated so quickly.
I did not
Let's-
expect you to say that.
I did not see that
It's
coming.
a joke. It's a joke, guys.
This is
it's
the
not
long
really a
shots are
joke,
coming
it's
in on the Wrestling Republic bingo card. Who had what deserves the death penalty written down on their card?
You're just you're an absolute just piece of trash if you
What?
what chant the segment. Unless Stone Cold's in it, right?
Yeah.
You'll get a pass. That's the only time you get a pass. Otherwise, no. Sonny Dalton and Sandy, shout out to you saying, what, why does Clark have the pencil today? What pencil do you have?
This is in pen, no erasers.
I have no idea what
Writing it
pencil.
down.
Anyway, let's move on, and let's move on to talk. I'm so thrown off now. We've got an ad read in just a minute, but before we do the ad read, Shad, I want to talk to you about this other piece of mail we have, because we have a piece of mail from at.
Yeah,
We just got a letter.
We got
We
letters.
just got a
in.
letter. I wonder where it's from.
What are they talking about?
At _Ozak is asking, what do you think the future of the Speed Championship will look like? And I'm adding on a little bit to this question, and I'm also asking, what are your thoughts, Chad, on this new WWE Speed concept as a whole? Of course, Ricochet is the inaugural champion we know now. What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts are it is harmless additional programming that is provided by the WWE. It's free to watch on X. We already have dark matches occurring. You could play it before have it happen before the show starts on Monday Night Raw like they're doing. It's fine. The direction for it with the title, am I going to take it serious? Probably not. 3 minutes is a very short amount of time to take any match serious, in my opinion. And if you want to take any seriousness towards it, you got to either extend how long it is, make it a 10-minute match, or add some sort of like stipulation that makes it more meaningful, but it doesn't have much meaning. I mean, come on. It's fun to see. You have an opportunity to have a lot of quick pace wrestlers doing what they do, styles that we, to be frank, kind of get shunned by WWE for a little while now. They took away the entire cruiserweight title out of NXT prior to it. And that's what I thought they should have done. They should have just brought the cruiserweight title back, do something with that. But I mean, the speed title, it is what it is. I don't see a long lasting, shelf life for it, though, to be honest with you. I mean, it isn't something that, the views of it got hot that first time it dropped, right? They had like an easy million the first match that happened. But do you really think these are going to be something that fans are going to follow week upon week upon week? They're going to just do random tournaments upon tournaments all the time. Like, I do like that we get fresh matchups, but I would rather these fresh matchups have a little bit more time to breathe rather than it being a little sprint. And that's kind of my whole just notion towards it. I don't see it being something super serious that fans are going to be loving for the long time. I do like the belt, though. I do like the little speedometer on it.
It's
I
dividing
personally do.
opinion.
I know a lot of people
is
don't like it,
dividing opinion.
but it's difficult because you do have a lot of talented guys who do get to wrestle on it. Like I saw like Paulo Cruz versus like Ivar or somebody set up, right?
It was
You had
something like that,
Ricochet and Johnny Gargano. Like these are all talented guys that honestly should just get more TV time in general rather than them getting Twitter time. And a person like Ricochet, as great as he is, and he gets to be the inaugural champion, that's a guy who should probably be fighting for a potential title that means something rather than just the paper belt. So yeah.
I've got a phone call. 1 second, guys.
No.
Hello, Mr. Elon Musk. What? It's not called Twitter anymore. I'm really sorry. We'll make the correction on air immediately.
X. I'm sorry, X. And I'm
Elon
on there.
Musk's
I'm on
not
there a
happy.
lot.
He's not happy. I'm only
Hey,
joking.
I have watched every speed match as much as I be on Twitter or X. Sorry, Elon. I
Really?
apologize.
I
Yeah,
just don't
man.
like the camera angle, but I agree with you. I think it's a good, it's a good thing. But also, I got a mate of mine who, like, he used to train to be a wrestler, but he doesn't really watch wrestling product much anymore. He said that he's watching it because it's easy to watch on Twitter, and it
Hmm.
doesn't take much time. So,
Yeah, that's true, but 3 minutes, man. That's
I'm Twitter
it's
bitter.
it is short. It is short.
short,
Well, it's
man.
actually
And if you
me and
lose in
Gabe.
if you lose in 3 minutes, how am I supposed to take you serious as a viable threat down the road, right? At least
I guess
Gargano
that's
lost in
true.
3 minutes. That's kind of normal to him. So
This there. I mean, me and David watch all our matches on 2 times speed as well, right? Or
mhm.
1.5 times speed. So for us, it's actually 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's even less time, right? It's super fast paced action. But no, I do agree with you. I'm enjoying the concept. But guys, something else which I enjoy is, well, it's next level, isn't it? But guys, today, this ad read, we've got something very special planned at the end of it, right? If you guys don't know what next level is, basically they put all our social media links all in one place for us, all our content in one place. It makes it easier so you can find, all the other social medias, all of that stuff, plus exclusive content, plus giveaways. Keyword giveaways in this ad read today, right? Because I've been teasing this giveaway now for a couple of weeks. Well, it's finally here. It's finally live, I believe, now on our NX Connect link, which is nxconnect.me/Wrestling Republic. There is now a giveaway. If you scroll down to the bottom and follow all the steps, for you to potentially win $100 on the WWE shop. They're giving away one $100 gift card. All you guys need to do is go to nxconnect.me/Wrestling Republic to see all our content across all platforms, links all in one place. Just click that link, just scroll to the bottom, and it'll tell you what to do. There's 2 more steps. It's all free. Guys, there's no catch. You just need to download the app, make a profile, follow the wrestling account on there. It explains it if you was completely free, and you have a chance to win $100 gift card on the WWE shop. I mean, why wouldn't you do it? Risk free, and you potentially will get a $100 gift card. It's in the description on YouTube. It's in our Instagram bio. It's very, very simple. nxconnect.me/Wrestling Republic to see all our contents all in one easy place. It's delightful. But something else, which in my opinion was delightful, was WWE Backlash. And so I want to get your thoughts on it. Actually, no, I don't. But at Holling New 2022 does. So they are asking, what was your best and worst match at Backlash? What were yours? So
I'll do the best first. All in all, I thought Backlash was a very good show. That crowd basically carried it. Honestly, probably one of the best crowds of the year. I mean, if we have that as an award, I mean, we could probably just give that to them right now because I think it'd be very hard for anyone to top the French. So good on them. Best match, in my opinion, for me, I really liked Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. For a match that I didn't think was going to be much, they kind of proved it wrong. And I think for Cody as well, it was a very solid title defense. There was a lot of story there for people who know the history. AJ beating Dusty back in TNA, NWA, and now obviously facing his son. They're 2 guys who have held the NWA World Championship and the WWE Championship. So all in all, I really enjoyed it. Thought they put on a stellar match. So when it said worst, right, I was thinking, was there anything I'd technically classify as the worst? I wouldn't say it was the worst, but I would say for me it was the most disappointing, and that was the women's tag match with Jade and Bianca versus Asuka and Io, right? Now, I know people have been saying online about Jade and everything, and I will agree as well. I didn't think she looked particularly good wrestling-wise. Star power-wise, she looks amazing. She's got the amazing factor, yes. But look, here's the thing, right? Even when she was in AEW, you'll know this, I always championed for her. I liked what she did in AEW. I liked her run as TBS champion. I always was very supportive for what she did. When she left AEW to go to WWE, I was supportive for her again. I thought, hey, if anything, I thought she was pretty good at the end of her AEW run. With the WWE machine behind her and the performance center there, she could be more better. She's not gotten there yet, and I don't know why. I feel like she's still in her later phase of AEW, showing potential, but that potential's not there just yet. Now, if you look at all 4 women in these matches, Bianca and Asuka faced off multiple times before at Mania and at Dubai as well, and they've killed it. Or Saudi Arabia, and they've killed it. Io, someone who's been in NXT for a long time, NXT Championship run, and even over in Japan when she was away for a while, did some amazing things. The only odd factor is sadly Jade, because Jade she's so fresh. No. And look, I want to see her do well, but you have to face the fact at the end of the day.
Kyrie was so much worse.
I don't think she was. I don't think she was that bad. I honestly don't think she was absolutely terrible, like some people were saying. I will say the ref as well didn't help as well. That ref was he was the worst. Absolute messing around as well. I kind of want to see the Kabuki Warriors do something as well. The only thing I could say of with Jade and Bianca having these titles, maybe it's going to take the titles in a new direction. If she's going to be linked up with somebody who has a vast knowledge of wrestling in WWE, like Bianca, pairing her up with somebody of that lineage of star power, and Bianca is just an amazing wrestler in herself. Hopefully she can get better, because I feel like we are leading to these two having a feud. Will it be a Mania match at Vegas? Could be, but when Jade has to wrestle on her own, will she rise to the occasion and actually be somebody that the WWE can rely on, because they've built her up as ESPN article announcing her signing, and built her up as the next big women's main eventer, like a Becky Lynch or a Charlotte Flair. When that time comes, is she really going to step up and show her money's worth, or are we all just going to be looking back and thinking, massive built up signing, but it really never went anywhere? Because that could happen.
I mean, it is a possibility, right? Because she was clunky in a few spots in that match, but I said this, she also saved 2 spots in that match, right? Which, out of all the women, by the way, she recovered the most botches out of anybody in that match. Kairi Sane, like I said, had a mare of a match. Kairi's so good. Once in a blue moon, stuff happens. Everybody didn't click well in that match. But I think Jade's talk about, AEW, I think Jade Cargill's the scapegoat for it. I honestly think she was.
No, you can't say somebody. Look how many years Bianca, Asuka, and Kairi have been wrestling for. They've been wrestling for a way longer period. They've been wrestling for a way longer period in somewhere like the WWE, which has a high-level performance center. Asuka and Kairi have been wrestling since their very young days. Bianca's had the performance center behind her, which is a level high facility. No offense about AEW, but they don't really have that kind of training center like the performance center to help people get up there. And Jade went in there completely green. Look, no offense, but when you look at the 4 women in the women in that match and ring experience, Jade's the one with the it's like a wheel at a supermarket.
She still looked the best.
Yeah, you can look.
To me, it feels like Jade, a little bit like when LeBron James was a rookie at 18 years old. That's what it feels like at this point with Jade. It's like, oh, well, a little bit more development. It's like, no. Do you not realize how generational this talent is that we're watching? Like, I understand that there were some speed bumps, and she is the least experienced in the match. She also stood out as, to me, arguably the biggest star in a match amongst 3 all-time veterans. Bianca Belair, arguably maybe the best women's wrestler on the planet at times, arguably. Asuka, in her past, arguably maybe the best women's wrestler on the planet. Kairi Sane, Hall of Famer, all of them. And Jade Cargill was the star. This was about Jade. She was under the microscope because of the level of charisma that she possesses.
No, she was under the microscope. She was under the microscope because WWE have highlighted her as the biggest women's signing in the last 5 or 10 years, with ESPN articles doing about her debut.
Because she's a big signing though. That's not.
Yeah,
that's not.
He did the same thing with LeBron James, and then he delivered.
I want to point something out real quick, right, guys? I want to point out, right, that what's it called? WWE don't choose if ESPN write articles. ESPN decided to.
Oh,
They said, "Do you want
bullshit.
the scoop?" No. They said ESPN, "Do you want the scoop?" They said, "Yes, we'll cover it." WWE do not own ESPN. They cannot decide.
Yeah, but they're giving them the scoop, and they want a big news thing like ESPN to highlight it.
They want
ESPN
it.
She's
says
a,
it's
Look,
she's
I
a
want
big
Jade to
sign there,
succeed.
bro.
She's
She's
Don't get
got
me wrong. I want Jade
she
to
has
succeed.
1 million
I just
followers
expected-
prior to
I just
WWE.
expected with having the WWE machine behind her, and for all the time she was signed before making her debut at the Rumble, I would have expected a lot more progress by then. I felt she was really good at the end of her AEW run. I just expected more with how long she wasn't, wrestling on live TV from her signing to the Rumble. I just expected more.
What spot in particular was it that bugged you?
Just like all the catches and all that, and like just like standing there,
She
not
saved
actively.
She was catching
catches when
humans
Okay, cool. She
wrong?
saved
enough
one
light.
catch. Cool. The other matches,
True.
she was just standing around and slow moving and
When-
not like. I just expected more. I expected more with the WWE Performance Center, off the highlight, off the great it is, and the talent it's produced. I expected more along her training just to progress more. Because yes, you can look amazing. You can look amazing. You could look like somebody who could be on a poster and selling main events. But when it comes to the ding ding in the ring, if you can't perform in that aspect, I'm sorry, you're not going to succeed as a wrestler.
I asked where,
you
not,
can be an
not
entertainer.
if.
You can't be a wrestler.
I want to.
I highly disagree with that. Wrestling is half of the thing in WWE. If you got the
No,
star
that's-
power half of it, you'll have a long lasting career, and she's got that.
So essentially, you can look amazing, but
one
be a
second,
terrible
I
wrestler.
want to go to the comments. Right? We have a few comments here. Somebody saying, she's been thrown in the NA finisher, saying, well, she's been thrown in the deep water and she'll learn to swim. Chris Leclerc saying Bianca Belair, Triple Crown winner. And then Sonny Dalton. To add more fuel to this fire, Sonny Dalton saying Johnny Knoxville looked better. That's
Woof.
Wow.
Nah, I think
Strong
people.
disagree.
I feel like I don't know. I had my take on the post show of it, and I'll just relay back to that. I feel like there is an immense unfair criticism towards her compared to a whole bunch of other wrestlers, and I don't understand it. She may not be the best wrestler, but for people to pinpoint everything she does wrong and look for her to do wrong, and I'm not saying it's so. I'm just saying there's a lot of AEW fans that are rooting for her to not succeed. They're literally mad that she went to WWE, and they're hoping that she's not going to succeed and she's going to have the last laugh.
I agree on that as well. I feel like there are a portion of AEW fans that are hurt because they saw her as a big star for AEW. And hey, look, I'll say this, I don't think Jade wants to be a wrestler. I think she wants to be a star, a celebrity. And that's something that WWE can give that AEW can't. I will say this as well. If you go to WWE, you're going there to be an entertainer. If you go to somewhere like AEW, TNA, or New Japan, or Stardom, you're going there to be a wrestler. Because
she's publicly said she wants to be a wrestler, bro.
No, she didn't. She wants to be a celebrity. She wants to be somebody of high status.
She said in interviews right after she signed to WWE.
Moved to Hollywood and do
reads.
She do auditions and move to Hollywood. To Shad's point.
Hollywood if she wants.
Look, I will say this: if we get by to Mania 41 in Vegas and Cargill's in a main event status and it's with Bianca Belair, and we see mess ups and botches and things going wrong.
Which one?
Because people are gonna watch. The issue is this: people are gonna watch. They're hoping for that to happen. They do the same stuff with Bianca too.
People
they do the same thing because she gets unfair criticism.
I want to see her succeed. I want
She's
to see her.
Failing. She's not failing.
I want to see her succeed. I'm just disappointed that the whole WWE Performance Center and the trainers and all that have not made her go from where she was in the end of her AEW career to something more, someone who's doing.
So it's the Performance Center now.
She was catching humans and didn't drop any of them.
The bumps look so much better. I will say that.
Have you seen what the Performance Center has been pushing out? It ain't. All right, man. We got a last topic.
Tiffy time, Tiffany Stratton. I mean, she walked into that, and Braun Breaker too, both of them, in like literally 6 months after signing.
The entire NXT roster: Obafemi, Tatum Paxley. Yeah. There's so many people on there.
Flying grown humans and didn't drop any of them.
Maybe she should have not gone to the main roster. Maybe she should have gone to NXT.
Yeah, she was catching grown humans flying through the air and did not drop one.
Anyway,
cool.
let's now move on, right? Let's I mean, some people are agreeing with Soul, some people, oh no, Sonny Dalton and Sandy was on your side, Soul, until the WWE PC disc, because he is a big Tippy Time fan. But guys, we have 7 minutes left, and we're covering the last topic. How should WWE book the fall of the Judgment Day? Asks at It's Bastion on Instagram. And of course, we saw the tease. Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Well, they don't look too happy, do they? Shad, how would you book the fall of the Judgment Day?
How I would book the fall of the Judgment Day is how they're booking it now. I think we need to continue the, you know, breakage of this group. You need to have Damian Priest go through a couple of these title defenses, and I think you need Finn Balor to have the last straw where he's just like, you know what, man, I'm not liking what you're doing. You're not the leader. You're the false prophet. And then him and JD turn on him, and that leads to a Finn and JD versus Priest and maybe Dominic. You know, we have a little inner civil war between the Judgment Day, and it leads to maybe Dominic also turning on Priest after that. But I think the direction will have to be, you know, having Priest be the heel and the other guys not being the heel more so. I think we're trying to paint Priest to be the baby face. I don't think that's what the direction is. I think Priest is going to be the fake baby face, but heel by default. But regardless, I think they're doing a good job with the direction of it. I think it has to lead to Balor versus Priest at one of these big pay-per-views.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree with you more, Shard. I mean, it's. I do worry. I worry that they're making Balor the heel. And that guy is like such a natural face. And his heel run, I think, has been a bit, in the words of MJF, mid.
I
Face
think I
Finn
think
Balor,
uh
heel
I
Priest.
think Priest is a better heel than he is a baby
Yeah,
face too. I actually think
agreed.
Damian Priest is a pretty cheesy heel face. Like when he was a baby face with Bad Bunny in the tag team thing, I was like, that's whatever. But when him and Bad Bunny were feuding and he was a heel, I like that.
Absolutely. I mean, what about you, Soul? What are your thoughts? How should the Judgment Day implode?
Judgment Day is so not what it used to be, isn't it? It's lost all its
Oh.
steam, in my opinion. Dom being gone, who was the major heat magnet for that. Rhea Ripley, who I think that's why everyone tuned in to see Judgment Day sections, because she was appearing in there. Like, with the thing at Backlash, it was so weird, like, how Damian Priest was okay with, like, the stuff interactions during the match, and then afterwards, when they started to do a beatdown, he was like, no, don't do this. He was like, bro, they helped you during the match. Why are you suddenly flip-flopping now? It definitely seems like they're going with Priest as the babyface in the situation, and Balor is always going to be, you know, he's always the bridesmaid, never the bride when it comes to championships. I truly think that. Maybe they'll do King of the Ring, Damian Priest versus Balor, because I definitely don't think they should do that for Clash. That's not a match I think is worthy of. It's not worthy of the Clash crowd, because I think it should be Drew getting the championship win. You know, it's Scotland as well. It's his home where he made cut his teeth with ICW. Drew's going to be in a title picture, and he's winning that title, I believe, because I think that should be the right move. Judgment Day, do Priest and Balor, you know, feud and maybe for a couple months up to SummerSlam. JD, I don't know what the hell you do with JD. Is he going to go after Cody with the whole Funko Pop things? Is he gonna go to speed and just be a speed wrestler for now? When Dom's come back, is he going to be like in the storyline with apparently with Liv Morgan? You know, because they've been teasing that with like the backstage things of like, is that going to be them and Ripley? You know, it's custody over Dominic in a ladder match all over again, like 2005. I just think Judgment Day have lost all their steam. Where does Damian Priest go as a babyface? Will that be something that the crowd will connect with and enjoy? Because, you know, the Judgment Day, like they've got their shtick and they've got their look with the darkness and the purple and everything. It fits. When that's all gone, are they still going to be dark and purple, or are they going to have new colors and new images just to be toyetic and get figures to sell?
We'll have to wait and see, won't we?
I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting. I mean, what about you, Clark? How would you book this?
Well, so at WrestleMania 39, when the original leader beat the demon version of Finn Balor, is how I would end it personally. That's the way that I would have gone about it. And then obviously this last year would have been inside of a time machine, completely different. But I will say this: Damian Priest is already wearing the red rag and not the purple one in his back right pocket. He did it this weekend. We just saw it. It's right in front of our faces. I don't know who's the good guy or who's the bad guy. I don't know that it matters. I did find the red ironic because despite the Demon Finn Balor taken as the demon a few losses, I think that character still carries weight because of the, time makes the heart grow fonder, right? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. And it's still Demon Finn Balor. I'd love to see that match, but Demon Finn Balor is the babyface in that spot, I think, without question. So that would be the only caveat. Generally speaking, the way it looks on paper right now, I like what Shad said about maybe it being a bit of a ruse. Like maybe it's not necessarily that Priest is the good guy, but he's definitely not the all in on Judgment Day guy he's been for the last few years. We saw it with the bandana. That was obvious. Like, right? It was not purple. It wasn't purple. And that was a factor. How I'd break him up, I don't know. As soon as possible is the real answer, I guess.
As soon as possible. Oh gosh. Well, I mean, you've never been a Judgment Day guy, have you, Clark? But I mean,
We're not judging any days.
I think Judgment Day has been great, and I think it's been beneficial to a lot of those guys personally.
I agree. I agree with Sean.
I think two of them.
I think all of them.
No,
I think it helped JD
Priest and
McDonough
Dom.
create a. I think
it's
created a presence for JD McDonough. It created a star with Dom, and it elevated Rhea Ripley.
See, I think Ripley was already that good.
I don't think she was.
It's made her.
I don't think she was as appealing as she was until she became mommy.
No,
she was
it's
just
true.
kinda,
It's
Mommy's
true.
good.
But on that note, guys, that does bring us to the end of the show. Thank you, Clark. Thank you, Shad. Thank you, Saul, for joining me here today. Make sure you guys tune into our Raw review tomorrow, same time, same place, all platforms, all of that. Please like, subscribe, follow us wherever you are watching, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.